So yeah, Nintendo has announced that the Super Mario film, the movie from Illumination that they're working on, is delayed until spring of 2023. It was supposed to come out later this year. A lot of people are excited for this, you know. I'm looking forward to it in a way. You know, it's got a interesting cast of Hollywood elites as far as voice actors go, and I think that kind of rubbed some people like a little wrong. Like, come on now, there's a specific voice for Super Mario. Like, why isn't he Charles Martinet playing Super Mario? Right? Well, here's the deal. When this was announced, there's also another little controversy that's going on that I want to touch on, and that's Nintendo's Mario movie leaks. A copyright claim was filed against a supposed leak that was on Reddit that took the post down. That kind of seems strange. Like, it almost seems like it gives a little credit to the leak because a lot of this stuff has just been posted out there as far as rumors. Who knows for sure what the actual plot is? I mean, the removed Reddit post, from what I gathered from actually having read some of it anyway, it seemed fairly typical as far as the story went. But the most interesting part, in my opinion, was that Charles Martinet was still going to be a part of the movie and that he was going to narrate certain aspects of it. Mario going through life of different jobs and whatnot. Who is it? Chris Pratt's going to be playing Super Mario, but Charles Martinet still had a part in it. The storyline seemed fairly typical of what you would kind of expect. Bowser kidnaps Peach type of thing. There's a few little details here and there that seemed interesting, but yeah, is any of that true? Who the hell knows? But when you take down a post, copyright claim it seems kind of odd, right? So it's interesting. The post, as they state on Torrent Freak, was, potential, rumors and possible spoilers. Take it with a grain of salt type of thing. It was not confirmed. Nothing was confirmed here. And then, boom, removed for copyright infringement. Now, the one thing with that is who knows for sure, 100% who took the post down. Was it Nintendo? Was it a bad actor, as they kind of talk about here a bit? Was it just some random thing? Was it Illumination? Who was it? Could have been anybody. They've reached out to Reddit. Nobody's gotten an answer on who actually filed the claim. I think when claims are filed, third-party claims, I don't care what it's on, it should be public information, like who claimed it. Like, yeah, not like the phone number, the address, that kind of thing. Unless it's like a corporation or something, but yeah, put the person's name on behalf of whom, or who actually claimed it. That way, it leaves a little less room for interpretation and speculation as far as things are going. But chances are, I mean, it's most likely somebody connected with Nintendo because Nintendo has been nefarious on this kind of thing. But this article, I find it interesting because they talk about a lot of different cases in the past where rumors and speculation, spoilers were discussed, and action was taken against it. Like the Spoiling Dead. I remember like having read through the Spoiling Dead when I started falling off of The Walking Dead, and I fell off of The Walking Dead after the freaking tiger died. Like I'm done with this. I've never watched it since. Like I really liked the first season and bits and pieces here and there. But I remember the Spoiling Dead. I would go on there and read speculation and then some of the spoilers just to be like, am I even going to bother watching this week's episode type of thing? You know what I mean? Like just gathering information, maybe not spending too much time involved in it. But an episode's like an hour long and it's like you're already kind of not feeling it anymore. I was like, screw it. I'm gonna read about this just so I don't have to waste my time if I don't feel it necessary. And then, after a few spoilers here and there, say, okay, I ain't bothering anymore, right? So it looked like with that, there was a law firm through AMC who put a cease and desist against the operators of the Spoiling Dead. They were accused of receiving copyright-protected trade secret information about the most critical plot points with a plan to distribute this purported highly confidential information, knowing, despite, knowing that would damage AMC. And maybe in a sense, it kind of did. You could look at it that way. Me, it was like I would have fallen off quicker of not watching the show. I want to say, you know, reading this versus like just watching the episodes. Because at the point that I got to, I didn't really want to continue. So maybe it did cause some people to say, you know what, I ain't gonna bother. I'm not gonna watch this episode, or okay, should I watch next episode? You know, that kind of thing. And then AMC wasn't getting those sweet, you know, ad revenue dollars from commercials and whatnot, right? It's possible. I could kind of see the point there. Releasing spoilers that are like ahead of time can be damaging in a sense, but I think when it's speculation or discussion, like, come on now, like, you're not divulging secret information, right? If somebody completely guesses exactly what's going on in the Mario movie or just speculate, you know, who the hell knows? Like, it's just weird when a company or anyone reacts and takes it down, you know, files these claims, and then it's removed, and then people start wondering, well, what was revealed, right? Kind of interesting. There's also another thing. HBO filed DMCA takedown notices against a YouTuber who persistently posted accurate predictions of the forthcoming events in hit show Game of Thrones, again claiming breach of copyright. So there was a YouTuber. I don't know who this was. Like, I watched all of Game of Thrones when it was airing, right? But you know, if you'd read the books, there was certain points that you could predict would possibly follow along the same way. So like, you know, how far along was this YouTuber accurately making predictions? Was it past what was in the books? Were they predicting things that weren't even in the books that were aired on the show, type of thing? I mean, also at the same time, I guess you could say, well, like the flow of the show versus the flow of the books, how would you know accurately to predict what's going to happen in each episode, that kind of thing. So it says YouTube eventually reinstated those videos, but this event showed that unless users are prepared to fight back, content can and will be taken down the press of a button. It's interesting. It's very interesting because, you know, like with this Mario thing, like I said, who knows for sure if Nintendo was 100% involved in this copyright claim, this Reddit post copyright claim. Who heard of such a thing? It's text, right? It wasn't images or clips or behind the scenes or anything. But that's where I think like there shouldn't be any kind of action against people discussing things and predicting things if you're leaking like information that you shouldn't have access to the public. You know, then there's an argument to be made there, right? But you know, with copyright stuff, I always find this kind of weird and interesting. This other article I was reading about, this has nothing to do with Mario, but man pleads guilty to $23 million YouTube content ID scam. This motherfucker right here, he was finding music on YouTube that people were running on their channels that didn't have a copyright behind it. He like had like a program or something. Like they came up with like this whole company. It was freaking nuts, dude. And they started taking music that they found where there was like maybe music that was just popular in Latin America and stuff like that didn't have like a copyright behind it, taking it because a lot of people would possibly share the music or use it in videos, take it, put it into the content ID match system with YouTube and claim like every video, like claim that piece of revenue. It was a big scam, made millions and millions of dollars, and he's pleading guilty to it. So it's like, you know, this copyright stuff, you never know 100% if the person behind it is a legit representative of the company or not. So I just wanted to bring this up because who knows for sure. I know people will default to it's Nintendo. I'm kind of leaning that way, but you never know. Let me know what you guys think down below. Really do appreciate every single one of you guys. Catch you on the next one. Bye.